Welcome back to the channel, champions of Azeroth. Come dive deeper into the lore with me. Let's see where we left off in Azeroth, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hey guys, welcome back to Classic World of Warcraft here on the Horde side. We're here with Master Apothecary Farnell. We're in Undercity right now. We're working our way back to Terran Mill. There's a couple quests here that we need to pick up so we can finish off Old Hillsbrad. So let's get into it. From what I can tell of the documents you procured, Guldir is being held in a large syndicate base to the north, most likely the Alterac Mountains. He has been held captive far too long and must be freed. Thank you, adventurer. I led the expedition from Duratar under the Warchief's orders, but as you can see, our plans went somewhat awry. They have held me captive here in this town, forcing me to work, hauling burdens, digging. What I have suffered, unimportant. However, there is important information you must deliver to whomever is leading our group now. A day or two ago, I was visited by the leader of the syndicate. His name was Addon Perilnald, styled himself Lord of this land. He confided in me his plans to take the orcs that stood against him as slaves, just as his father and his mentor, the despised Blackmore, had planned. More important was that he brought his mistress, a wisp of a girl named Isa. Around her neck was the pendant of the Warchief's desires. Now go, I will make my own way after I have settled my business here. The nerves of those overbearing humans will show them that the orcs shall never submit to their will. This will now be our mission. In addition to recovering the trinket the Warchief desires, it would seem that by accomplishing one, we will accomplish the other. The Wizards of Dalaran constructed a vast magical dome around the heart of their city. Some believe it was for protection from the violence of these times, while others say they merely wanted solitude to study and plot. I don't care what the reason was. I do care that the ruined outskirts of their city outside the dome may hide valuable magical treasures. But the area is patrolled by the wizards and their elemental slaves, so hunt them and return when their numbers are sufficiently reduced. Very good. Those ruins should now be safe to search if one is careful. Thank you, adventurer. The Magus will be busy studying those stone tokens you've gathered, but I know he will eventually want examples of their counterpart, bracers of binding. These are set around the wrist of actual elementals and bind them into the mage's service. Hunt elementals in the ruins of Dalaran and gather their bracers of earth binding, and the Magus will be pleased. You found them? I trust the elementals from which you removed these bracers were amenable. Death has not only stopped my heart, but robbed me of my comedic timing, it seems. Well, thank you, adventurer. You served the Magus, and hence the Dark Lady, well. A mud snout composite. Absolutely brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? Let me contribute my collade of decay to this devilish brew. In order to activate the contaminating agents in this mud snout mixture, Leiden is going to need a strong troll's blood potion, as well as some dagger spine scales, and torn fin eyes from the southern coast of Hillsbrad. He'll know what to do once you've gathered him and all the reagents. And how anxious I am to hear how his experiment goes. The excitement of this experiment has me feeling giddy. You have been such a great help, adventurer. Together we will spread death and disease to this land. The harlot, the swine, Kanata still lives, her family healthy and prospering whilst I suffer, forsaken indeed. My family is gone, taken by the plague, our estate also forfeited, looted and burned during the war. And after all that, her and her lousy children had the audacity to steal the only precious belonging I had left. I don't care about the things they stole anymore. What I want now are their heads. Kill them for me. Go to the Debris farmstead in Arathi, northeast of Refuge Point. You stand before me as a figure of vengeance, and I bow down before you in thanks. With that cow's death and knowing that their seed will no longer spread over the face of Azeroth, I can put my energy into something more lucrative. I hope you looted their farmstead after you finished them off. Weaklings, all of them. You, adventurer, what are you looking at? Think you're something special, huh? Why not prove it? The Hammerfall outpost in Arathi is under attack. Unless we send them help soon, their demise is imminent. But before you go rushing off, you may want to test your skills first. Northeast of Stormguard in Arathi is an ogre mound inhabited by the Boulderfish tribe. When you can handle the ogres and enforcers there, then report to Drumfell in Hammerfall. So you think you're strong enough to help Hammerfall, so be it. Tallow either sent you to the ogre mound in the hopes that you would kill yourself, or he thinks you're strong enough to aid us. Either way, you're here now and I am in need of more soldiers in our fight against the constant attacks. If you plan on staying in Hammerfall, then get some rest and come speak to me again when you're ready. There's no shortage of fighting to be had. The Witherbark trolls and Boulder Fist ogres of Arathi are working together to rid us from this land. But we shall not meet our fates at their or anyone else's hand. We shall slay them and show them that we too have a home here. The trolls turned their backs to us. The ogres would use us for food and bedding if we allowed them to. These things shall not be. We start our attack on the Witherbark trolls to the south of here. Slay them in droves, and only return when their camps run thick with blood. The signs of war are upon your garments, and sweat drips from your brow. Good, very good indeed. It is still clear to me like yesterday, so many years without hope, with wood and steel to bind me to this terrible place. Then finally, there was the war chief, Doomhammer, and his midnight plate, his warhammer held high. It was too terrible that the blow of a coward would strike down our greatest hero. From behind he charged on his horse, and then his lance ran him through. I fell to my knees. What hope was there? What hope is there? Ah, Gormul you speak of. Yes, from what he says, it seems he has never recovered from the death of Doomhammer. Gormul was a captive here when Thrall and Orgrim fought to free the camp. But as the earth shook and our brethren escaped, he was left behind. He wandered alone and lost for years, without direction or hope, until we returned to establish ourselves here in Hammerfall. We tried to settle him in, cheer him up, telling him stories of our Orgrimmar and Kalimdor, but nothing would move him. Tales of our young warchief Thrall, who bears the armor and hammer of Orgrim, but perhaps a demonstration of our newly found shamanistic magic would give him new hope. It is worth a try. A small object we could make for him. Yes, bring me some raptor eyes and I will see what I can do. Excellent. The spirits of the raptors that gave these eyes will lend strength to the bearer of this amulet. I have felt a strangeness in the air, a feeling that simmers in my blood. I had my suspicions. I set off to find the source of my unease and discover to the west a Northfold manor. The residual traces of demonic summoning. As I got close, my blood began to boil and the rage within me grew. On the ground, I spied an amulet of bloodstone, used to assist in demonic summoning. The one I found was depleted, however. I'll need another to examine, but I dare not return to the manor. Can you bring me some? It will take some time for me to ascertain the true intentions of the syndicate, but their obvious association with dark, demonic magic troubles me. I will tell you when I know more. Here, take this amulet to Gormul and see if the raptor's strength can awaken the flame of the warrior that once burned through his veins. What is this? Polished bone? What use have I for polished bone? Will a trinket restore the Horde to its glory? Gormul tosses the amulet into the ground. Torgon sent you, didn't he? Pah! Why he feels some mercy towards me, I would not understand. Mercy was denied me when I was not allowed to die with my warchief in battle. A cruel blow fate has dealt me.
It did not work, I see. Nonetheless, I feel that showing him the power of the shamans will eventually return Gormul to his once proud self. The amulet's power was not great enough to show him our newfound power.
I'm developing a new engine that'll make the car go so fast enough to fly. I know it. I just need to make pistons that can handle very, very heavy stress. All my trials have failed because I can't make pistons hard enough. But there is someone who might know how. His name is Mortek, the Exiled. He is a great smith and knows more about metal than anyone. Take him this letter. I know that he can help, but he's far, far away in Azeroth in the Badlands, in a camp with a goblin. Find him. Fizzle sent you? Well, that changes things. Of course, I'll help you. Fizzle and his brother are two of the few people who don't want me dead. So Fizzle wants to make pistons, eh? Pistons strong enough to take whatever stresses he has planned? And I know Fizzle, then this new car of his is a volcano on wheels. Okay guys, well that's the end of the episode. We're here out in the Badlands, hanging out with Martek, trying to figure out the pistons for Fizzle. But we finished a lot of Old Hillsbrad and started in Arathi. We probably end up next episode down in Stranglethorn, but we'll see what we get. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a big thumbs up down below. It helps out a ton. If there's anything I can do to help you enjoy these videos more, leave a comment down below. And I hope you guys are subbing so you guys get notifications of every upload I do. Oh, rip. Look at that. Well, needless to say, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a nice day. Peace.